So today's episode is a little different. I don't really have any notes for this one. I honestly don't even have a single thought of how this is going to go, but just work with me and follow me and understand my brain for the next 30 to 40 minutes. Um, Today I'm filming from my car because I felt super vulnerable and anxious tonight, and my car was kind of just like a safe space for me to express emotions that I didn't know I needed to express. um yeah, today I had a moment and I don't even know where it came from. I still don't understand it. It happens pretty often where I will get these just random periods of, it could be a day or a couple days or throughout the week, where any emotion that might be suppressed or something that I don't even know exists, just kind of like comes out of nowhere, and I don't really know how to handle it. So it's kind of like, I think internally I probably was holding back, and in that moment or that day or time or whatever you want to call it, my body just felt the need to just release it all right then and there. Um, and it's just weird for me because I don't really think I've thought that anything's been wrong. I feel like I'm in a healthy place, or so I thought. So that was like a shock to me because I feel like it just brought up so many like unsaid feelings and thoughts and insecurities and anxiety that I kind of knew existed, but now I feel like it's like in front of my face and I can't just shoo it away and wait for the next thing to come. I kind of actually have to face it head on. Um, and it kind of reminded me of where I've been these last few years mentally and how far I've actually come. I realize as I get older, I don't really give myself a lot of credit for what I do and how much I've actually overcame. And I think to the outside world, obviously, sometimes I think it's easier said than done. But as someone who's just like particularly hard on themselves, just because I feel the need to just be great in everything and give everything my 100%, or I feel like, I don't want to say it, but or I feel like I'm failing. Um, those deep inner thoughts, when they do show, that's where it gets hard for me because I don't know how I'm supposed to go about it. I don't know what emotions I'm actually supposed to be feeling, or how I'm supposed to be maneuvering whatever's happening at the time. And looking back and realizing that I've had so many of these moments where I don't want to say I crack, but I'm gonna say that because I feel like that's the only way I can put it, is like, when you suppress your emotion for so long and you just like act like it's not a big deal, you throw stuff under the rug and you're just like, whatever, don't really care, da 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 da. Well, eventually you snap because your brain and your body is not capable of handling and suppressing and holding those emotions. So of course it's natural for you to let those things go, but when I have those moments, I get so confused, especially when it's something that I wasn't anticipating and it just happened. I almost feel like I'm not normal because I don't think in the moment like that should be happening, especially when I went so long. Like I feel like I haven't been stressed lately. I feel like I haven't really been overthinking about anything. Like I feel like I'm not really ruminating about stuff that is not as important as certain things in life. And it was so weird because all of a sudden it was like all day I was ruminating, all day I was anxious, all day I was trying not to cry, and I keep blaming that on the obscene amount of caffeine that I've been drinking and consuming the last couple of months, which I keep telling myself I'm trying to stop, but my discipline on that is so bad. And I realize, like, it's not the caffeine, it's me. Um, so, when I was in the car, I just kind of sat. Well, I drove around first for a minute, and then I kind of sat in it and just parked for a minute and kind of just thought. And when this stuff happens to me, it's not like a panic attack. It's more of like I wish I could get out of my head, and then I try to think of ways that I could get out of my head, and then it just gets worse because now all I'm thinking about is how much I'm actually in my head, and that's where I snap. Like that's my crack moment is I'm fixating so hard on how to fix a problem that's currently happening that it almost creates another problem for me because I'm so hyper fixated on it. And every single time I have those moments, it brings me back to almost a dark place that I used to be in. And I hate that because I feel like I've worked so hard to take myself out of certain things and situations and mindsets because I wanted better for myself and I wanted to be healthier. So getting put back in those spots almost feels like detrimental because I'm like, I worked so hard. Why am I back? Like, why am I back here? Or like, why in this moment am I feeling this way when the last few months, days, years, like I was fine? And that's when it hit me that I actually am stressed and I actually am ruminating and overthinking about where I'm at in life. And I think I thought that, like, just because I wasn't having daily occurrences of that, it wasn't a problem and it wasn't a big deal. And now I'm understanding that it is a problem and it is a big deal because it's consuming me in a way that I don't necessarily feel like my energy should be consumed. And I've been trying to figure out where it starts. And the only answer I ever come back to is it starts with me. And I'm not saying that, like, there aren't things that happen in my life where I'm like, oh yeah, like, I was the problem. I did this and da 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 da. No, like, there are some instances where I don't personally think the way that I was feeling or the things that were happening were all my fault. I think I just got caught up in it. But now, you know, this past year I've just been doing more work and kind of like channeling into myself and trying to give myself something that I think I deserve and really just pouring into my own cup and not relying on other people to necessarily be there for me. Because I feel like I did that in the past and that's what put me in that dark spot was I was not necessarily super dependent on other people, but it was like I would be codependent in these aspects of why couldn't I just do it myself? Like why did I need another opinion? Why did I need to talk to somebody about it? Like, why couldn't I just have those conversations with myself? And that's where I'm at now, where I'm trying to assess that point of how do I like reframe my mind to build healthier habits and like be a better person and change my mind frame and still, doing the work and pouring into my own cup and doing something that I feel like is going to satisfy me at the end of the day and not other people. Um and that's where my stress comes from. I Funny enough, it's not funny, but my stepmom, she she told me something when I was, living across the country, because that was a great idea of me. But I remember there was one time I was just having a really bad time, and I did the same thing. I went for a drive, and I just kind of called her, talked to her about, where I was at in life. And then she kind of checked me, and she told me that I have a fear of being great. And she was like, I don't understand why you're afraid to be great. Like, isn't that something that you want? Why does it scare you? And I kind of never let that thought go because I realized, like, that's my problem. I'm so scared to be what I'm meant to be, not because I don't feel like I don't deserve it, because I very much do. It's the fact that I'm gonna have to maintain who I am and not forget where I came from and still hold on to the things that almost push me to that point, not in a non-healthy way, but like it puts me in this position to realize like, oh my God, I've worked so hard to get to this point. I don't want to feel like I don't have anything else to work towards. And that kind of scares me because I am the person that is constantly always looking for the next thing. Like I always want better than what I'm doing now. So like, you know, being someone who jumped the gun and just started their own business and has just been doing it for the last almost a year and it's been great for me. I have my ups and downs, but even in that, I'm still looking for the next thing. Like what's my next goal? Because I'm not settled with where I'm at. And it leads me into this route of trying to find different things that I can do or focus on, which is not a bad thing, but it's like I can't even sit down and focus on this one thing that I feel like is really good for me and puts me in this place to feel like I'm doing exactly what I want and it's going to lead me to better opportunities. Instead, I like do what I can with it, and when I feel like it's going good, I go, "Okay, nice. What's on the list next? Like what else can I check off?" And I think that comes from like an unsettling feeling of I don't want that greatness or that opportunity to leave me. It almost ties into like the fear of abandonment, which I know I already have an issue with, but the fact that I have an issue with it, not just in like friendships or relationships, it's more of like fear of abandonment of myself, which sounds so stupid, but it's like I get so hyper fixated when I'm into something. Like I am probably the most loyal being to literally anything. Like once I like it, once I think it's a great idea, once I think it's a great, person, the energy is right, I will not hold on to yeah. I'll hold on for dear life because I'm like this is not worth letting go or losing. I'm not going to do that. But then I did teach myself along the way, which this came with like maybe like 2 years ago, I finally realized like all right, it's okay to like let things go and then like if it's meant for you, it's not going to really go anywhere. But basically the fear of letting go is what is like okay, I need a backup plan. So it's like have this one thing. Okay, cool, this is working. Create a backup plan for it. Okay, cool, this is also working. Create a backup plan for the backup plan because I wouldn't let the grip of the fact of knowing that those things were good for me and that I was being great in those things. Like I couldn't let it go because I didn't want to abandon it. Like and that part is not healthy, like at all. I don't recommend that. Um but like those little moments is what puts me into this point of where I'm at today where I'm like, "Oh my God." Like I take it as like I'm looking at myself now and I'm like, "Dude, you're breaking out like crazy. You haven't it hasn't been this bad in almost like a year ago. Skin was fantastic. And now I'm like, why are we back to where we were a year and a half ago? Like, what is going on? And I'm not even going through the things I was going through a year and a half ago. So now I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, well, if it's not that, then like what am I doing differently? Or, my attention span. I can go from one thing, but I go to the next within the next 30 minutes because I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And then I get sidetracked. And then I realize I didn't really finish what I did the first time. Or I didn't finish the first thing that I was supposed to do because I got sidetracked into doing the new thing. And it's so bad. Like, that is so bad. And then I realize, like, oh my God, like, the suppressing of emotions is not necessarily like sadness or depression or like, you know, being in a pit of hell. It's stress and anxiety about my future. And it scares the frick out of me. I don't know why, but I'm stressed about something that I'm doing well in. Like, I'm almost stressed that I don't have stress. How does that make sense? Well, let me tell you, it makes a lot of sense if you're me, because I don't give myself enough credit. I don't give myself enough credit in what I do and what I've accomplished. And I always look towards that validation of hearing somebody else say it, because for some reason when I say it, it's not enough. And like, now I'm slowly realizing like how bad that is. Like, when I say it out loud, I'm like, that's awful. Like, what? Like, I love myself so much. I'm literally the most, like, I don't care. I'm confident. Like, I will talk to people all day. I don't care who you are. Like, I will listen to you, especially if I care. Like, I'm just a very loyal, gentle, like, being. Like, I appreciate things that appreciate me. Simple as that. And I don't even appreciate myself a lot. Like, what? That's so bad. That is so bad. But, like, that's where the reality check comes into play, where I realize, like, the suppressed emotions that I've been holding on to have nothing to do with the outside distractions. It's all inner. Like, I advocate so much on, you have to take care of yourself. Like, it's good to put yourself first. And I've always been that girl. I'm always like, yeah, girl, like, you do you. Like, take that day off if you need it. Quit that job if you don't want to work it. Like, ignore the world if you want to. Delete your Instagram. Like, who cares? Do what makes you feel good. But then I turn around and I go, oh my God, what have I done for myself in the last couple of days? Have I given myself that same gratification and like grace? And I do, but majority of the time the answer is no, because I'm stressing about the next thing instead of focusing on where I'm at right now. And that's what I've been working on the last couple of months, is like appreciating the moment, understanding where I'm at isn't a bad place. Knowing that the work that I'm doing isn't something that's just meant to be a short-term thing. Like, I'm not going to see, years of rewards off of 3 months of work. That's just not how it works. It's going to take time. I have to have patience. And I'm getting better at that every single day with other people and things and places. What I'm not getting better at, well, I shouldn't say I'm not getting better at it, because I'm trying to. But what I'm realizing is that I don't do that enough with myself. And that's where the frustration, the stress, the ruminating, the overthinking, the anxiety, like, that's where all that comes from. It's not coming from my $8 iced coffee. It's coming from my own brain. And every time I sit with myself and have these conversations, because I do this a lot. I don't film it, obviously. Like, I'm just filming because it's an episode. But I do have these conversations with myself. on the daily because I feel like it's important to be able to, you know, understand your brain. Um, and I'm realizing how important it is for me to just solely focus on what it means to be me and finding my path and, gravitating towards the things that I feel like are good for me or, you know, surrounding myself with the right people, the right energy, and just doing the things that I feel like is always going to benefit my growth. And when I was away, I spent so much time focusing on that and fixating on that because it was important. Because I had spent so many years of my life focusing on other people, other places, other things, you know, giving my energy to jobs that I hated, people that I didn't like, and just giving myself to the world like it was no big deal and realizing everybody was just taking and taking and taking and I was giving absolutely everything, but I was giving nothing to myself. So then when I finally get burnt out and I'm just over it all, it hits me way harder because I've just been la 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 like giving my energy to everybody and everything and na 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 na. And my stupid self never sat down and was like, "Girl, are you good?" Cuz I wasn't. And now being back in an environment where I have a completely different mindset, but those feelings and fears are slowly creeping in and I'm good at pushing them away for a moment and then they come back and then I'm like and then it comes back and I'm like, can you please stop? I really don't want to deal with this right now. And I push it away. And then it comes back and I crack because I didn't deal with it. I just shoved it under the rug and was like, I'll deal with it later. And then later came and I was like, man, I still don't want to deal with it. I don't want to put myself back in this hole of, oh, I'll get it done tomorrow. Oh, I'll do this better next day. Oh, I'll start eating better. Oh, I'll start taking care of my skin on, like, next week. Oh, maybe I'll just go back to the gym, da 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 da, which I take that back because I go to the gym every day. That's the only thing I'm genuinely disciplined in. But I don't want to keep putting things off and allowing myself to get to these points where I do have these breakdowns and I do crack. And not because I don't feel like I haven't grown, because I very much have, and I do give myself grace. You know, sometimes I don't, and I think that other people can notice that because I am very hard on myself, but I am only hard on myself because I want to be great so bad. I personally feel like I have these ideas, these dreams, these goals, these visions because I'm genuinely meant to have them. I don't think that God in the universe would put ideas into your mind if you weren't supposed to have it. Just point blank, period. I feel like as someone who internally knows that I've always been meant for more, it's not the more that scares me. It's the fear that I might fail trying to get there. But at the end of the day, that's when I start giving myself credit because I realize like I do so much that most people won't do. And like that's my reality check. Like I'll get these moods, cry it out, whatever, cool. And then I go, dude, you're such a bad bitch. Like, what do you mean? There's so many things that you've accomplished and achieved and still are dreaming about and going towards that people you've known your entire life wouldn't even think of doing. How are you not proud of yourself for that? And then I go, oh my God, like, I'm right. I kind of am. Like, I kind of did do that. Like, I kind of did, jump up and decide to move somewhere I'd never been. And even though sometimes I look back at those moments and I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Like, I shouldn't have done that. I wouldn't be where I am today, but I also wouldn't know what I'm capable of doing if I hadn't done it at all. And that's what pulls me out of these dark places of, you know, releasing those suppressed emotions, is realizing, like, dude, you're so much better than what you think you are. And I promise you, if you're listening, or whoever's listening, or people that follow me, people that know me, like, I know deep down other people also see my potential, because I just feel like my energy and my aura is just different. I've always felt like that. I've just always felt like the girl that could do it all. And I have no shame in saying that, admitting that. I always thought, and still do think, that I could have anything that I want, as long as I work for it. And I've worked for things in the past, and I've gotten it exactly the way that I wanted it. Now, I'm not going to say I would like everything, because I don't know how it's going to be until I actually have it, but I did it, and I did it on my own, because I did the work, and I channeled into myself, and decided, hey, you know what? You are going to be healthier today. You are going to take care of your skin. You are going to go to the gym. You are going to be more disciplined. You are going to keep doing the work that you want to do, because at the end of the day, no one else is going to do that work for you. But also, how the frick are you supposed to get there if you're not trying? You can't sit there and be like, oh man, I really want to do blah, 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 and then do absolutely nothing to get there. Huh? Oh yeah, I really want this new car. Okay, what are you doing for it? Like, how do you plan on getting it? Oh, I don't know, I don't really have a job. What? So you want a new car, but you don't have a job? No. So then, how are you gonna get the new car? I don't know. What do you think, it's just gonna fall out of the sky? Dude, no! Oh, I really want to move out of my parents' basement. Oh, okay, cool. What are you gonna do to get there? I don't know, I'm kind of chill living there. So then, do you really want to move out of your parents' basement? Probably not, because if you did, you'd be working towards it. Dude, if you want certain things, and you want them as badly as you say you do, I promise you're going to work for it. If you don't do the work for the things that you want, or you truly want, you don't want it bad enough. Sorry, but you don't. If you wanted to be a better person, not that hard. If you wanted to work out more and get in shape and be better, not that hard. If you wanted to, eat better, be more healthy in your diet, not that hard. And I'm speaking to myself, because I don't do the things that I say that I want to do neither sometimes. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. I'm just simply saying that I know I'm capable of doing the work to get what I want. And I'm going to. This is like the conversation that I have with myself, but I also feel like it's important for other people, because I've had many friends and colleagues that I've had conversations with that will constantly tell me the things that they want in life, and years go by, and I go, oh, what happened to that thing you told me about a couple years ago that you wanted? Did you ever achieve that? And they go, no. And I go, oh, well, is there a reason? No. Are you even working towards it? No. Okay, so then why did you tell me you want it? Like, shut up. Stop telling people what you want and just go out and get it. Why are we talking about the things that we want when you can have it? It's not hard. Just do it. Just go grab what you want. Life is way too short for you to sit there and ruminate and fixate on the things that you say you want. Just go get it. You're wasting time talking about it. And no offense, but not everybody wants to hear you every single Thanksgiving talking about the thing that you said you wanted 5 Thanksgivings ago, and you still haven't even picked up the phone to try to do it. Dude, wake up. You are you're stopping yourself every single day from being a better person by holding your own self back. You're literally your own worst enemy. Nobody is doing that to you. You're doing it to yourself. Again, I'm talking to myself. But if somebody else needs to hear that, there you go. Get your shit together. Be a better person. Take it day by day. You can literally be 1% better every single day by simply changing your habits, changing your mindset, and working towards your goals. Point blank. If you're not where you want to be, that's your own fault. Stop blaming the world for all your problems because no one is doing that to you. You're doing it to yourself. Because I promise you, if you put the work in and you put in all your energy and you really hone down and just work and execute the plan that you have in your mind, you literally can achieve anything. You just have to believe it and you have to act like it's already yours. Stop telling yourself that you want something that you don't even try to get. It's stupid. You don't need to share everything because you look dumb when people ask you about it and then you go, oh, I don't have that yet. And I'm not saying it doesn't take time. It's going to take time. But no effort is disgusting. Oh, I want this dream house. Have you worked for it? Oh man, I really want like a family and just a nice home and a good life. Have you worked for it? Oh, I really want to get my master's degree. Have you worked for it? Oh, I really want to be fit and toned. Have you worked for it? Dude, oh, I really want to start that business. Have you even tried? Why are you so afraid? In the words of my stepmom, stop being afraid to be great. You can achieve so much more if you let go of that fear of failing, the fear of abandonment. The things that are meant for you are not going to leave you. You will never lose your purpose. It's always with you. So yeah, that was the pep talk I gave myself today as I had my emotional breakdown of why am I not happy right now? What is going on? Why am I stressed? And the answer was me. It's me. I'm the problem. But I can acknowledge that and admit that to myself, that not everything that I go through or the thoughts that I have are fixated on other things and other people and other places. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's an inner thing. Sometimes you need to check yourself. Maybe you're in the wrong. Did you ever think about that? And I do have, you know, great community and great friends that do check me when I need to be checked, because there are instances that I will go for advice about something or complain about something, and I'm lucky and fortunate enough that people will tell me how it is and be like, nah, dog, that's all you. That is nobody else. That is all you. You are literally holding back your own success because you're afraid to be great, because you fear failing. And being who you are and owning those, well, I don't even know what the word is, insecurities, I guess. Those are the type of things that are going to lead you towards that success. It's going to lead you towards being great. It's going to lead you to you getting exactly what you want. You just got to let it go. Trust yourself. Take the leap of faith. Do what you say you're going to do. Stop making excuses. You're not going to get there if you don't try. So, that's just a daily thought. Yeah, like I said, this episode was just honestly how not only I was feeling today, but I think I decided to film in my car and do what I'm doing right now at this moment. It's literally like 7:20 at night, and I didn't plan it. I just got the urge to just talk about it because I felt like A, it would make me feel better, and B, it might make somebody else feel better or determined in some type of way, shape, or form. Because at the end of the day, I do feel like the things that I feel and the thoughts that I have, I'm not the only one that has them, of course, but I think I have a really good intuitive feeling that the messages that I get, I need to outcast to the world and to other people because somebody genuinely just needed to hear it at the same time that I heard it. And I'm just the messenger. So don't shoot the messenger. Um, but yeah. So if no one's told you, I love you. I'm proud of you. And I'll talk to you guys soon.